The former Democratic congressman from Alabama, Artur, a key speaker at Barack Obama's Democratic convention 4 years ago, telling the Republican convention and the American people watching that they didn't get what they bought 4 years ago, and that independents and Democrats should have an open mind and consider Mitt Romney. Let's consider the moment with our panel here. Roland Martin, I want to start with you. Artur Davis, speaking to independents and Democrats out there, saying some of you didn't get what you bought. Did he make a persuasive case to have them at least look at the Republican ticket?
To any independent or Democrat who heard that, you just heard a political fraud. A political fraud. This is somebody who never campaigned as a conservative Democrat, who never uttered that he was a conservative Democrat, who always said that he was in lockstep with the Democratic Party. You notice that Artur Davis never brought up his own voting record when he was in Congress, when he voted with Democrats. He never brought up that he ran ads with Obama in his own commercials. Not only that, I understand, I thought he was a fraud when he was a Democrat. The 2 days before the House vote, I went down to the full Congress, and I was talking to different members about how they was going to vote. He said, I'm going to vote against the health care bill. And I asked him why. He stated why he was voting against it. I then said, Congressman, have you made an attempt to talk with the president to relay your concerns? His response was, he's never called me. I said, wait a minute. You campaigned for him. Are you telling me you couldn't get a meeting with the president to share your concerns? He couldn't even answer that question. That tells me you were a fraud as a member of Congress, and you were fraud tonight.
Alex, does somebody watching tonight who might not have Roland's history with the congressman see him as a fraud, or see him as someone who is making a point that I didn't get what I bought?
I think Roland has never heard the old story about the puppy, young puppy. Is he a Democrat or Republican? Well, he's a Democrat today, but tomorrow his eyes will be open and he'll be a Republican. And I think that's what's happened to Artur Davis. Anyone who grew up in the party of John F. Kennedy and heard him say, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country, and has seen this administration, I think, just the opposite. Ask what your government can give you. I thought, anytime you have a get from the other side, a high-ranking official from the other army come over to your side, it's valuable. But it also says your party is open. It's not narrow and extreme. Important speech.
But you also
we'll see how the conversation continues. A very big hour ahead.